Hello and welcome to another episode of Kamado Turk Barbecue. Today we're going to be doing something a bit different. We're going to be doing a maintenance video and also an unboxing video of the new cast iron reversible griddle pan that we've got for the Kamado Joe Big Joe. So before any kind of thing that we do on a cast iron skillet, it could be a skillet, it could be a pan, it could be the griddle itself, is we have to season with a very high heat burning point oil, such as sunflower oil, it could be like a vegetable oil. And the reason why we need to do that is because it's cast iron, it's vulnerable to rust, and also to make sure that our food doesn't stick onto the cast iron pan. So one of the great tips that we do is we give it a nice little seasoning. It's basically we put some onto it could be a tissue, it could be a rug, it could be a rag, and you basically just rub it into cast iron. And at that point, what you do is we chuck it into the Kamado at around 300 degrees Celsius, and we cook it for about an hour, and that basically seals the oils onto the pan. Now, while we're doing that as well, it's been quite a while, and we need to do a nice little maintenance on our Kamado as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put all the charcoal into the Kamado, and also get the temperature pretty high so that we can basically burn off all that residual fat, and oils, and all the dirt that we've got, and we let it running for all day overnight. And the next day, what we should have is a nice clean Kamado for the next time we cook. I will also show how I take out all of the components inside, so all the ceramics that we have for the fire basket, and we'll give that a nice little clean as well, and a hoover, and then you'll see that tomorrow, the next day after all of that burning, everything should be really clean and going ahead again for our next cooks in the future. So what we'll do now is I'll quickly unbox this cast iron reversible griddle. So what we should have here is, as you can see, we have this beast of a griddle, and this is going to be perfect for all of our searing of our steaks, our burgers. We could do some nice vegetables on here. We could do some, prawns and lobster tails and whatever you want to do. So this is going to be perfect for cooking these kind of things, and it also gives us a bit more of a dynamic way of cooking and not always have to use the grills inside. So again, we'll go ahead and start seasoning this up, and we'll fire up the barbecue, and then we'll show you how to season it correctly. See you in a bit. Okay, so here we are. What we're going to be using is, like I said, some sunflower oil, and the reason why we use this is because, like I said, it's got a high burning temperature. Now, I didn't explain that properly before. The reason why you want a high burning temperature oil is because, if you think about it, when you're searing stuff, if you have something that's got a low temperature of burning, then what would happen is that you would have to constantly re-season the cast iron, because you'll be burning off all the time. So using something like sunflower oil, it actually makes it more durable, so you don't have to do it every single time. And like after you cook something, an easy way of just cleaning it is basically you don't want to put any like ferro-liquid or any kind of washing up liquid on this. What you want to do is just use normal water, just normal water with nothing on there, and rinse off all the dirt. You could even use like a scrub to just get all that excess food off. Wash it off, and then basically just dry it up. And if you want to put another coat of oil, you can do for your next cook, but make sure you don't get any of those washing up liquids on here, otherwise you would have to season it again. So cast iron does need a bit of maintenance, but there is a benefit of using it. So here we go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pour some of this oil on here. As you can see, get a nice amount in here. And then literally just going to go in between all of the areas that I could possibly get into using the tissue. What I might do is actually just go like this. Get as much as you can on here. Like I said, it's because once we heat it up, it's going to be nice. You know, it's going to be really good. Actually, what I might do is not use this tissue because it seems like it's taken out some of the tissue on it. So what I might do is just switch over and use something else for this side. But if you can, just get it in between all of those points like we spoke about before, so that once we season this in and we cook it in the barbecue, all of that's going to stick on and it's going to have a nice little layer of coating in there. Now, I wouldn't show you all of it because it's going to get a bit boring. So what I'll do is, once it's done, I'll show you the end result before we put it in the barbecue. Okay, so there we have it. We've got the oil all over it, and we make sure that every part of this is sealed with some nice sunflower oil. And like I said, what we'll do now is we'll get this onto the barbecue, and then that will cook this so that it actually seals on a nice coat onto the griddle. See you in a bit. Alright, good morning, and now it's the day after, obviously, and what we've done is we've let the Kamado just go, burn itself out. I put a double coat on the cast iron griddle because I thought it would be even a better sealant. So what I've done is, as the Kamado was cooling down, I basically just put some more sunflower seed on it, oil on it, and put it back in there. Now it looks extremely nice and really shiny. I'll show you the inside in a bit. So from what I can see is the inside looks extremely clean. I'll show you on the camera just in a bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out all of the ashes, we're going to take out all the components as well. I'm going to give the inside a good little brush and a hoover to take out every little last little bit of ash that's in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm also going to do a bit of a maintenance work. If you can see, look, this is not as tight as it used to be at one point. So I'm going to get the tools and I'm going to tighten this up a bit as well. So it should be in a good position. And I've got also a glass cleaner. And the glass cleaner is going to be good for just getting this all clean, the outside of the dome, with a cloth, and so it's all shiny again. Show you in a bit.
Finally, wanted to show you how to tighten up your air hinge. So you get yourself a wrench and you tighten it until you get to a certain point where you can feel the tension anyway it gets stiffer. So once this is tightened, then what you'll be able to see is that the lid closes a lot better and it stays put wherever you want to use it.
Okay, just to recap what we've done in the last 2 days, and that is basically we've unboxed our cast iron griddle for the Big Joe, Kamado Joe Big Joe. We've seasoned it with some nice sunflower seed oil, and then we've cooked it in the Kamado for about an hour at 300 degrees Celsius, and then we've taken it out, we've resealed it again with some nice olive oil, sunflower seed oil, and we've put it back into the oven to the Kamado again. Now in this time, I thought it was a great time to actually do a bit of maintenance, so a bit of a clean up as well on the Kamado. So I put all the charcoal back in, got it up to really high temperatures, and just let it kind of self-clean with the fire, and it burns off all the grit and the oils and fats, everything that's left in there from our previous cooks. And as you can see, it's completely clean now. Now, if you did like this video, please click on like and also subscribe to my channel. There'll be a lot more going on about the Kamado Joe Big Joe, and also loads of cooking as well. I'm ready for you guys. Thank you. See ya.